Good evening, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to Concordia University, where your Rouse Raiders are hosting the Bernie champion Chargers in Game 1 of the regional finals for Region 4. What an awesome, exciting time to be one of the Elite Eight teams still playing baseball in the state of Texas in the 5A classification, Jonathan.
You know, the Elite Eight, it doesn't get any better than this. We are in our quote-unquote home, away from home here at Concordia Field, Tornado Field, as it is, and absolutely stoked and excited and hyped up, ready to get this thing going.
Just to let everybody know, this is an audio-only broadcast, and FHS has opted to live stream the video, and so we were denied earlier in the week. And unfortunate though it is, from what I understand, next year this will not be the case, with the Texas legislature passing a new law where schools will be able to do their broadcast in the playoffs, and if I understand it correctly, will not even have to pay a $250 stream fee.
Man,
so
that's awesome. That is awesome.
Will be awesome. It'll go back to the control of the schools.
Yeah, keep some of the money in the pocket of the teams that are raising that money to help facilities and other types, travel, food, all the different things that they need it for. So that's beautiful to hear.
Want to go over the Rouse Raiders. Rouse is the 4th seed out of 25-5A. Rouse is currently 29-10-1 and 9-5 in district play on the season so far. They are coached by Chad Krimping with 22 years as a head coach. He has 480 wins under his belt. Jonathan, he could hit that 500 career win mark next season.
I know that there was discussion with him, and he just, he blows it off. He's like, well, I think I hit the 450 or 475 somewhere back in there somewhere. He's very humble and excited to be in this situation one more time.
The Coach Krimping is assisted by Josh Harris, Dan LaPaglia, Will Noble. They have 9 returning starters. Their 2022 season, they were 23-10-1 overall, 10-4 in district co-champs, and by-district finalists. The Bernie champion Chargers are the 3rd seed out of District 26-5A, a by-district to us. No stranger to 26-5A. New Braunfels Canyon came out of 26-5A as the district champion. The Chargers come into tonight. They're 31-10 overall. They're 9-5 in district play. Their head coach is Ben Woodchick. He has 5 years with 106 career wins. He's assisted by John Euchre, Tyler Mangold, Cody Lancaster, and they have 5 returning starters. Their 2022 season, they were 16-11 and finished 8-8 in district play. How they got here?
How they got here, unbelievable setup here. You basically have Bernie champion, again, 31-10 overall in the season, 9-5 in district play. They were the 3rd seed behind both Smithson Valley and New Braunfels Canyon coming out of 26-5A. They did face our in-district rival, Liberty Hill, in round 1, and they actually won games 1 and 2 handily, 7-3 and 9-3. Then they faced Brackenridge Eagles in the area round, again winning games 1 and 2 pretty handily. Then on to the regional quarterfinal, where they did face their in-district rival of Smithson Valley, going 4-1 and 7-4 in 2 back-to-back wins. And it wasn't until the regional semifinal that they faced the top 5 in district or in 5A for state, Corpus Christi Ray, who did end up winning or losing game 1. They lost game 1, Bernie champion did 8-2, and then went on to win games 2 and 3. Obviously on the Rouse side, 27-10-1 overall, 9-5. Exact same district schedule or district record as Bernie champion. We were the 4th seed. By district, we did face the number 1 seed out of that district, Canyon Cougars, losing game 1 and going on to win games 2 and 3. In the area, we faced Alamo Heights, winning games 1 and 2 handily. Regional quarterfinal, 1-game playoff only against our in-district rival of Cedar Park. very similar, exactly similar to what happened in 2021, where we did take a little bit of a, on the chin early in those innings and then came back and rallied to win that game 9-8. And then in the regional semifinal, facing a team out of the Valley in Palmview, Lobos, who we did win 4-2 and 3-2 in a game-winning walk-off hit by Blake Gonzalez. Yeah, unbelievable.
That was exciting. The lineups have been introduced, and we're going to go over Bernie right quick. Leading off will be the shortstop, number 4, Jordan Ballin. He will be followed by number 9, Evan Kuhl in center field. Batting third will be number 1, Cam Logan in right field. Batting fourth will be number 20, Sam Miller at third base. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter, number 3, Jared Wingo. He will be hitting for the starting pitcher for the Chargers tonight, number 24, Aiden Smith. Batting sixth will be number 2, Quinn Grable at second base. Batting seventh will be number 10, Gage Goldberg behind the plate. Batting eighth will be number 5, Ethan Harrison in left field, and rounding out the order will be number 25, Nick Cortez at first base. For your Rouse Raiders, leading off will be the second baseman, number 9, Rainer Heinrich. Batting second will be the center fielder, number 10, Landon Miller. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, number 7, Caden Kaspar. Batting fourth will be the designated hitter, number 8, Oscar Salazar. He will be hitting for the catcher, number 14, Xander Forcell. Batting fifth will be number 11, Colin Correjo. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem. We'll be right back with you. Thank you for watching on SHN Sports. It's baseball time in Texas as we're set to get underway here at Tornado Field. Finishing the lineup for your Rouse Raiders, batting fifth will be number 11, Colin Correjo, the starting pitcher for the Raiders. Batting sixth will be the right fielder, number 2, Mikey Caputo. Batting seventh will be the first baseman, number 34, Nolan Harris. Batting eighth will be the shortstop, number 12, Joe Sparshoe. And rounding out the order will be the third baseman, number 3, Blake Gonzalez.
Yeah, and no surprises here. Coach Krimpine really rolling with what has been his lineup throughout the year. Honestly, the only rotations we see are between Oscar, Nolan, and Mikey Caputo. Mikey is the normal resting spot in right field when Colin is on the bump. And then obviously we can substitute Oscar or Nolan at first base, where Coach has decided to move with Oscar on the DH spot and Nolan starting at first base. So, again, no surprises. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It's working. We're going to ride that.
Defensively for the Raiders, on the mound, number 11, Colin Correjo. Behind the plate, number 14, Xander Forcell. At first base, number 34, Nolan Harris. At second base, number 9, Rainer Heinrich. At third base, number 3, Blake Gonzalez. At shortstop, number 12, Joe Sparshoe. In left field, number 7, Caden Kaspar. In center field, number 10, Landon Miller. And in right field, number 2, Mikey Caputo. Due up for the Chargers in the first, Ballin, Kuhl, and Logan.
And let's have a great time here tonight. It is time to play ball.
And we are underway.
And I know we're all about correct pronunciations of last names, but this is Ballin to me.
Ballin?
Right? He's Ballin. He's
Ballin?
Jordan Ballin.
Okay, I called him Ballin, so that's probably right.
No,
Ballin will foul this one off for strike one, and we are underway.
I was going to say that I know that you are more accurate in your pronunciations than I am. I just see this as Ballin just because, it fits, right? It works.
Yes, Michael Paglia, this is audio only. NFHS is a partner with the UIL, and they denied us the rights to live stream this week. That pitch fouled off for strike two, and Ballin in an 0-2 count.
And right away, Colin wasting no time at all to get ahead of his first batter.
Pitch out, high and outside for ball one.
Now that gives him that opportunity to work on that breaking pitch a little bit, see if he can get him to chase and throw things off the plate.
The 1-2 pitch, that's high for ball two, and that's leaving things up. So NFHS is live streaming the video. You can go to their website and look up Rouse High School. You will find the stream. This is hit into left field. That'll be a base hit. For Jordan Ballin. Kim letting us know she's listening from 30,000 feet up in the air.
Number 9.
Gotta love modern technology. Everybody having that opportunity. I know earlier in the year, Don Miller was able to do the same thing, and so was Espinosa.
Evan Kuhl will stand in. He will bat from the right side. Correjo from the stretch. First pitch. He shows bunt, lays off for ball one.
Wow, that was okay. They're being told that was a bit high. It was definitely caught a lot of the plate on the outer corner, but was a bit high to
throw over to first, not in time as Ballin gets back in. Kathleen letting us know she's listening from Utah. Kuhl laid down a bunt. The throw over to first will be in time, and that will retire Kuhl for out number one. 1-3 on the putout of Kuhl on the sacrifice.
And once again, Colin, take it if they're giving it to you. It's a free out. Don't worry about the guy at second. Colin does a really, really good job of keeping those runners close as he's got really good pickoff moves, and, we're just going to take that out that they're going to give you.
Cam Logan will come to the plate. Sam Miller on deck. Forsell gives the sign. Correjo checks Ballin back at second. Pitch misses down and away for ball one. Just gotta love it. What a beautiful day for baseball. Baseball time in Texas. Ballin
and again
is caught in a pickle.
As
and
I
Blake
said,
Gonzalez will apply the tag and caught stealing. That will go 1-5.
I love it when Castradamus makes his showing at our games, man. Colin Correjo, he is going to pick you off. Do not sleep on him.
Fastball in for strike one.
And that gets him fired up, and he's actually burning that in there right there for strike one. I love it. Absolutely love it.
The 1-1 pitch misses down and away for ball two. 2-1 the count to Logan. Got a good crowd here tonight. People still streaming in. That pitch gets the lower corner for strike two, and that will even it up. Tomorrow's game two will be down in San Antonio at the San Antonio Missions ball field, Wolf Stadium. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. And in a roundabout way, Correjo retires the side in order. Or retires the side, but not in order. 3 up, 3 down.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. He's going to do that more times than not. He's never affected by allowing that hit. You know, it's a lot of guys can get themselves down. Oh, man, you know, leadoff guy gets a hit. How is this game going to play out? And he just buckles down and says, you know what, I'm going to get the guys on the base path.
This has been the thing that has really impressed me about Colin Correjo. You have watched him mature throughout this season into what he's become now. You know, he came in Cedar Park in the district play and just got wrecked, right? And then he comes back in the area game, and our pitchers are struggling, and he puts the team on his back and comes in and shuts Cedar Park down.
And an extremely emotional kid. And I'm still going to say kid. He's 18. He's twice my size, could kick my butt. He is a kid. He is a great friend of my son. He is an unbelievable person. He took that on the chin. He absolutely was destroyed by that game.
Yeah.
After the game, we talked, and you could tell he was extremely emotional and was not going to have it. And he wanted that ball in his hand for that game.
Defensively for the Chargers, on the mound, number 24, Aiden Smith. Behind the plate, number 10, Gage Goldberg. At first base, number 25, Nick Cortez. At second base, number 2, Quinn Grable. At third base, number 20, Sam Miller. At short, number 4, Jordan Ballin. In left field, number 5, Ethan Harrison. In center field, number 9, Evan Cool. And in right field, number 1, Cam Logan. Thank you, Mike, for your kind words. We try to do a great job and make it entertaining, and we will be glad that we won't have to deal with the inability to stream in the playoff next season. Due up for the Raiders, Heinrich, Miller, and Kaspar.
And I'm putting my name in the hat for next year.
Heinrich pops this one up. It's an infield fly. Quinn Grable, the second baseman, will call everyone off. He'll make the catch, and that will do it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Not exactly the kind of start that you want.
Not from your leadoff, but, maybe coaches has given them a little bit of a green light to approach each at-bat in their own way, and, you can't blame them for that.
Landon Miller will take for a strike, a pitch on the outside corner. Paul Shoddy checking in. Go Raiders. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. He has a very unique delivery watching the pitch come out of his hand.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lag and a snap of the wrist.
That pitch misses low for ball 2, and Miller in a 2-1 count.
He just has a very, very slow delivery leg kick and then just really snaps the wrist at the end.
A 2-1. This is hammered to third. It's played by Miller to throw to first in time, and that will retire Miller for out number 2. 5-3 on the put out of Miller. And that will bring up Caden Kaspar.
Number 7, Caden Kaspar.
Kaspar, an Eastfield College commit, if I have that correctly, Jonathan.
Yes, sir, you do, and I had a nice long talk with Coach Woodchick here before the game for Bernie Champion, and he was...
First pitch from Smith in for a strike down the middle.
Talking a lot about what he has seen from Caden, in what he's had the ability to watch in games.
The 0-1 pitch, this is fouled away for strike 2.
One thing that was interesting is he's like, you know what? I see a lot of pull guys. He goes, that kid goes everywhere. He gets everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, he uses a lot of the field.
The 0-2, that's inside for ball 1. Bernie fans
wanting that one.
It was a strike on the inside corner.
They wanted that one.
1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. That's out of the glove of Goldberg for ball 2. Gage Goldberg, the son of wrestling.
WWE, baby.
Yep. That is hit foul down the third baseline.
And there you go. I mean, you're seeing it right away. Outer half of the plate, you can't hide the ball. He's going to go oppo if you put it out there, and he understands that there's been a lot of situations where anything on the outer half, umpires are quick to call that a strike. And
the 2-2, this is fouled away. Goose is wild for Caden Kaspar.
So
this is the thing is Jonathan may not make it with us tomorrow night. He did challenge Gage's dad to a wrestling match and may get beat down after this game tonight.
Hey, he may listen to this game. He doesn't need to know that. I introduced myself before the game, had a good handshake, firm handshake with him.
The 2-2. This is cut on and hit out to left. This just goes foul by a foot. It was deep to left and two hopped to the wall. And Caden will come back for another swing. Hayden Smith toes in on the rubber. The 2-2 pitch. This is cut on and hit down to first. Cortez has it. He'll step on the bag, and that will do it for the Raiders. They go in order after one full inning. We're scoreless at Tornado Field.
For the Raiders, no runs.
On to the second we go, and a scoreless contest here at Concordia University. We're going to take a moment for a UIL, and we'll be right back with you in just one moment.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back. Due up for the Chargers in the third. Miller, Wingo, and Grable.
Sorry, I had to step away there briefly. We were told that that we did not have NFHS video working right now, so obviously something that we really want for everybody at home that is wanting to watch video of the game. So I just had to step away and let their broadcaster know.
Sam Miller will step in from the left side, and he'll foul this one away for strike one. So Texas Sports and the broadcast for the champion Chargers. They're up here, and of course we're doing the Raiders. This is fouled away for strike two. Both teams not afraid to swing the bat, Jonathan.
Oh, not at all, not at all. It's one thing I was actually going to point out is that these guys are jumping all over first pitch trying to get on top of Colin Correjo, and he is having none of it.
And Jared Wingo really helping himself out with his on-deck fielding percentage. He's gotten two so far in the game.
2 for 2.
He's fielding 1,000.
Rolling 1,000.
With his on-deck fielding percentage. The 0-2 pitch, this is fouled away.
It's interesting watching this approach, and from Sam Miller, he's really, I mean, again, he's trying to foul off the good pitches, but he's not really given much of a solid effort at those, even though the last pitch was a strike for sure.
Porcel sets up, and the batter will call time as Correjo started to go into his motion and held off.
You know, it's almost as if he's maybe a bit fooled by what the pitch is. And
again, this is hit foul down the third baseline, and the count still at 0-2.
You know, all these guys are seeing each other for the first time. We've never seen Bernie Champion.
Not this season. We do have common opponents.
Correct.
That pitch inside for ball one, a fastball that brushes Miller back. 1-2 the count to Miller. Correjo winds and deals. That's fouled off, and that was more of a defensive swing than anything else.
No doubt. I mean, he committed to that one very early and obviously had to make some kind of contact as it was in on the hands.
But what a quality at bat he has going.
No doubt. No doubt.
The 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball inside for ball two.
You know, and one thing that worked very well against a really good and very disciplined team in Palmview last series was getting them inside.
Fastball down the middle, just misses low. My goodness.
Yeah, it was low for sure.
3-2 the count as Miller has worked it full. Went from an 0-2 count to a full count. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove for strike three. And that will do it for Miller.
Yeah, and again, a great job, Colin, really challenging these guys inner half of the plate on the lefty or righty on it. He has no problems going either way.
Jared Wingo will stand in for his first opportunity. He will take for ball one on the outside corner. Quinn Grable on deck. This is hit up the middle. Sparshoe has it to throw to first in time, and that will do it for Wingo. 6-3 on the put out of Wingo.
You know, I believe that this field sets up so similar to Rouse. I think that's why the players, our Rouse players, are so comfortable here with that right to left, south wind that we're seeing for the most part of the season.
Grable will stand in. He will hit this one out towards left center. Landon Miller will get to it in time, and that will do it. They go in order in the second. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After 1.5, we're scoreless at Tornado Field.
Yeah, one thing Coach has always talked about is Rouse Field is where fly balls go to die because the wind is so crazy up top that if you get it up in the air and you really don't catch all of it, you're not going to see the fence. You're not going to see the gap. You're going to get the wind. It's going to catch it. It's going to rise it up and allow the outfielders to run underneath it every single time. And we see the same similarities and same traits here with Tornado Field.
We want to give a shout out to the Rouse Raider Baseball Booster Club for their sponsorship of Raider Playoff Baseball. They have paid for each video broadcast that we've been able to stream. Audio is for free, but the video broadcast they paid for. We also want to give a shout out to the Georgetown Shirt Company as they print up our playoff shirts for each and every series, and what a fantastic job the folks at the Georgetown Shirt Company do.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this shirt for this playoff series is beautiful, beautiful.
The UIL Baseball State Tournament will take place Wednesday, June 7th through Saturday, June 10th at the Dell Diamond in Round Rock. All Conference 4A games will take place at Dishwalk Field at the University of Texas at Austin. Tickets now available at uiltexas.org/baseball/state.
And we will have a few UIL commercials for you as this game progresses.
Grandma and Grandpa Shoddy loved Texas. Well, we loved having y'all here. For sure.
Absolutely.
State was that much better with y'all being here.
I'll tell you what,
Salazar will take for a ball.
Sorry, that was the highlight of the broadcasting. I finally got to meet Grandma and Grandpa Shoddy. So cool. Got great big hugs from both of them. Very fiery people. They're awesome.
I didn't introduce you properly. Jonathan Castro. Salazar will send this one into left field for a base hit. And the Raiders have a leadoff on board. And that will bring up Coco Correjo.
Oscar staying hot. absolutely love to see. It's why you never will see that bat out of the lineup, whether it's a DH or he's playing first or he may slide into right field or he's pitching. He's going to be hitting for himself just for that reason right there.
1 on with no outs here in the bottom of the second for Colin Correjo. Mikey Caputo on deck. Correjo will show bunt and lay off. Goldberg quickly up and looks Salazar back to first. Thank you both for your very, very kind words. We definitely appreciate it and love getting to see you. That pitch misses high and outside for ball 2. Two 2-0 the count to Correjo. He will show bunt and lay off and take the strike. And the count will go 2-1.
Yeah, I think that was just hey, show me you can throw one here, right? I mean, there's no reason with a 2-0 count to try to lay that down if he's got an opportunity to take a walk.
He'll lay off for ball 3, a pitch high and inside.
And again, I've mentioned it before. Putting that bat up there very early and not trying to surprise the pitcher can really draw their line off. And
Correjo will lay this bunt down the third base line. It's played by Miller. The throw will not be in time. And Coco Correjo beats it out for an infield hit.
Speed, baby. Put them long legs to work as he was getting up the line. Great job. And immediately,
what a fantastic bunt. He lays down the third base line.
He's known for that. You know, anytime he's ever been in a slump, he can rely on that. And that was a situation where the third baseman knew it was coming and still could not make the play in time. He's so good at that.
Like Dawson
Snow. Dawson Snow does come in as the courtesy runner.
Aiden Smith from the stretch. He'll step off, and he'll look Salazar back to second.
You know, one beautiful thing that we've had throughout this playoff run is we've had different guys coming alive at the right time. Not one guy is carrying the load for the team offensively. We've had multiple defensive guys that have consistently been there, but offensively, and this is a bat right here that I want to see come alive in this series.
Smith will deal, and Caputo will beat this one out, as that will be an error on the pitcher.
Tell you what, that was backspin right there. That had some juice on it, like it was a beautiful little sandwich out of the bunker that just had some English on it as it jumped away from Aiden as he reached down to grab it and just got away from him.
Bases loaded with no outs for Nolan Harris. Gretchen Jordan checking in. Hello from a cruise ship in the open waters of Mexico. Go Bryce and Raiders. Smith will deal that pitch low for ball 1. Harris will pop this one up, and fortunately it will go back out of play. Goldberg quickly up.
Yeah, that's the one thing. The beautiful complex here at Concordia, we have a huge covered area for all the spectators, but doesn't really do good for us in the box. We can't really see as a ball in play that's hit high foul, high pop-ups.
1-1 the count to Harris. 1-1 pitch, and this is given a ride out to right and just goes foul.
Woo-hoo-hoo, getting fired up, baby, fired up.
Grandpa Shoddy, Michael, and Jonathan, if you were from Idaho, you might be the commentators, but you're not. You're the best broadcasters in the world. Kudos from Grandpa Shoddy.
Aww.
Tear.
Kind words.
Tear. Yeah. Don't go all
Thank you,
emotional
sir.
on me.
Thank you, sir.
I need you anchored down.
I'm trying.
1-2 the count. The pitch.
Behind him. Oh.
Go behind him. I thought it might have brushed his back. He didn't sell it.
Wow, that actually was, I mean, that's a sticky, it's a very humid evening here, and that's an extremely sticky ball, and I guarantee you he'll probably go straight to the rosin bag, or at least you would think, but no, he gets back on the mound. I mean, that actually went behind Nolan.
2-2 the count to Harris. Smith from the stretch. He checks Salazar at third. That will hit him and walk a run in with a hit batter. And Coach Woodchick is trying to sell that he leaned into it.
And the bubbles are flying, folks. You can't see them at home unless you're on the NFHS. If the broadcast is going, there are bubbles galore.
Well, they're on this side. NFHS is set up on the visitor side.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
they might capture some of the bubbles, but they're not going to see the bulk of the bubbles.
Our video would have been
Sarah,
right behind home plate.
For the kind words. I love the energy from you two. Well, we'd like to make it a fun broadcast.
The bubble guns, yeah.
And that will get Sparshoe on the elbow. And 2 runs from hit batters.
You know, and immediately Joe picking up on the knowledge and watching, being mindful of what's going on in the game and seeing that he's bringing the ball inside. Whether you're a righty or a lefty, he brought it inside, and Joe backed off, and it actually caught him on the elbow.
That will bring up Blake Gonzalez. Bases still loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Your Rouse Raiders leading this one 2-0 over the Bernie Champion Chargers.
And Blake Gonzalez being the hero of the Palmview game.
Smith will deal. That's a strike down the middle.
You know, one great thing Coach has available to him is he's got hitters up and down the lineup.
Kim Cole checking in from Las Vegas. Let's go Raiders. And Gonzalez will hit this one up the middle. That will score 1, maybe 2.
No.
That will be cut off. The throw will not be in time, and Harris will score. And the Raiders have scored 4 here in the bottom of the second.
And again, as I said, Blake was the hero last week in the Palmview series. 2-2 tie all the way from the second inning to the seventh, and he hit just a beautiful bloop flare out into right center that the center fielder came charging in on and was not able to make the catch as the winning run comes in with the walk-off.
And Coach Woodchick is going to call time. He's going to go out and talk to his hurler and try to get him settled in.
Well, I saw him actually raise his right arm up as if to indicate, which they do have multiple players up in the bullpen, but nobody is coming in. Looks like they got a righty and a lefty up in the bullpen for the Bernie Champion Chargers. There you go. Sorry, had a lag there.
Yeah, what's
the
happening?
delay? I said, who are?
Said that.
I thought they were the Bernie Champions, right?
Did you see today on social media that NFHS put Bernie Samuel versus Rouse? It's Samuel v. Champion.
Okay.
High school.
Okay.
In Bernie,
okay.
Texas.
Well, he was trying. They were trying.
They got the first name of it. That would be like us going Leander Charles, right?
Hey, we got to throw props out to our namesake who is here tonight
in the house
with his lovely wife, and he gave a unbelievable speech as the guest speaker in graduation Friday morning for our senior Raiders.
Back to the top of the order, Rainer Heinrich will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He popped up the second his first time up, and he will take for ball 1.
Yeah, and now with, apologize everybody, we do not have a runner at third. That's why he would actually look to lay down a bunt as he did there, knowing that he could advance the runners and with his speed possibly do the same as Mikey and Colin and beat the throw at first.
1-0, and this is cut on and again popped up in shallow infield. The infield fly rule in effect, and Heinrich is out on the infield fly rule.
Little reach there, just a little bit of a reach, just really wanting to keep this inning alive. And need I say, Raiders are known throughout the year for having the big inning. Is this it?
Yeah.
Or do we have a bigger one in us?
Snoop letting us know they also put China Spring versus Katie Taylor
Katie Taylor.
Oh, Miller will give this one a ride foul. His last time here versus Cedar Park, he put one over the scoreboard out in left center.
And I was told that not many times will anybody ever do that here in the ballpark from the Concordia guys. And they said, man, to clear that's easily 430. And we did get a gauge on it later as 452.
Miller will hit this one out to right center. Cool is going to get there in time, and that will do it for Miller. F8 on the putout.
I'll tell you what, very, very interesting to see that Evan Cool was playing and shading very hard to left center.
Right.
As he was not in center. He was well on the left field side of second base.
2 on with 2 out for Caden Kaspar. Kaspar ground out to first his first time up, and he'll take on a strike on the outside corner. Interesting, maybe a little generous on that.
Yeah, a little generous on that one. But that's
Nona
again,
is so proud of Gonzo.
That's what happens with
We are too.
I got to meet Nona too.
See,
I did.
I didn't get to meet Nona.
Well, you know.
The 0-1, this is chopped kind of infield, and there will be no play. And the bases are loaded. Another infield hit.
Speed kills, folks. Speed kills. And
as Kaspar got down the line, and that will load the bases again.
that was that power bunt.
And that will
That's what we
bring
call
up
that.
Salazar for his second at bat of this inning. Salazar started it off with a leadoff single. He'll take down and away for ball 1.
Yeah, he did, and he missed very little of that ball as he absolutely hammered it. I think a little softer, and he had an opportunity with his speed to turn that possibly into a double, but he just hit it out there so quickly to left field that he just had to stay at first.
Colin Correjo on deck.
And exact same
Salazar
hit.
will give this one a ride out to left. That will score another 2 runs. A 2 RBI single for Oscar Salazar with his second single of the inning.
Okay, I'm going out on a limb, folks. This is the inning, the big inning that we have been known for throughout the season. Being able to put up 6 here and
that looks like that's going to be it for Smith. Coach Woodchick making his way out to the mound for his second visit of the inning. And he has a couple of guys there in tow. Number 26.
26. Sorry, let me get
But
over
I don't
here.
know if he is going to come in to pitch or
I will bring. He's still just talking to him. I mean, honestly, aside from the defensive, he's not giving walks. He's giving up a few hits, but ultimately the bunts have shown to be.
And that's going to be it for Aiden Smith.
And he wants the lefty.
As he goes 1 2/3 innings.
Which is number 26, and that is going to be A.J. Grizafi. I will spell that for you there.
A.J.
G-R-I.
G-R-I.
Z-Z.
Z-Z.
A.
A.
F-F.
F. I.
Grizafi.
Grizafi. Colin makes me think of graffiti somewhat.
And I have the sighting of Mr. Colby Diaz, Texas State
Colby
pitcher.
Diaz in the house giving hugs to the Heinrichs.
Yes. Yes, and I'll tell you what, Rayner with his last series performance is drawing some traction in the recruiting world. I will not go any further than that. But I'll tell you what, anybody that's not on that kid, you're missing out.
See the pocket radar they had out. He's got the Grizafi is hitting 77.
But from the left side, he is a lefty pitcher, and, 77 from a lefty looks like 85. And a lot of times if they're able to hide the ball. And
that was just on that specific pitch. So I don't know
sure.
that it was his fastball. I just saw him with it out. And
well, he's indicating he's throwing the curve.
He's got a nice breaking ball.
Yeah, he's throwing the breaking pitch here as he has indicated. And now he's showing
Colin Correjo is due up, followed by Mikey Caputo. I got to have a talk with my guy that fills out my book. He put C. Caputo on here. I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Oh, did I?
My producer engineer.
Who is that guy?
It's Colin Caputo.
Now batting for the Raiders, the pitcher, number 11, Colin Correjo.
What a guy.
Correjo will come up, and if you remember, Jonathan, he led off with a bunt that became an infield hit.
Exactly.
And he will take for a strike.
Great starting pitch here from
Correjo,
Grisafi.
the 11th batter of the inning. Grisafi from the stretch. That pitch misses for ball one, and that is a tongue twister.
I was going to say
Grisafi.
It was so nice for Bernie Champion to have all easily pronounceable names.
That pitch, gets the top of the zone for strike two.
Yeah, borderline pitch. I can't fault him either way, whether he called that a ball or a strike. That was definitely right on the edge.
Goldberg gives the sign. Grisafi will deal. A breaking ball goes to the backstop, and both runners are going to advance to third and second, respectively. Kaspar at third, Salazar at second.
And Collins so wanting to keep this inning alive as he's sort of surveying the field, and everybody pretty much playing square up defensively here for Bernie Champion.
Deuce is wild, and they're going to call time.
And by that, folks, what I'm indicating is where the positional players are. There's no cheat to right or left in the outfielders. There's no cheat from the infielders. They're all playing pretty much square up.
A breaking ball misses high, and that looked a lot better than the pitch
last
that he called
one,
a strike, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, you got to figure it was high.
A lot of break.
He has not called the high pitch yet, so.
That would be a 2-7 break. Swing and a miss for strike three, and that will do it for the Raiders, but they get 6 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2, and after 2 complete, it's 6-0 Rouse. On to the third we go.
Yeah, and, you sit there and look at this, and, again, you're never going to want to take your foot off the pedal. And I guarantee you Coach is putting that into the heads of his guys.
Yep.
Let's keep this thing rolling. Let's not just be satisfied with putting up 6 runs. Let's go out defensively. Let's shut them down, not give them any glimmer, any opportunity to feel like they can stay in this game. So, we'll definitely see. And Colin is really going to thrive on that 6-run lead that he was a part of and come in and just try to shut these guys down. They have not, aside from Corpus Christi Ray in the last series, they have not had much difficulty through their path in the playoffs, as we showed earlier.
Well, it's very similar to Rouse in some respects.
Well, we lost game 1 against New Braunfels right out the bat, and then we proceeded to have 2 wins, a single win, obviously, against Cedar Park. Very, very high-drama game, very action-packed, stressful game, on the side. So we'll see how they can react here.
Due up for the Chargers, Goldberg, Harrison, and Cortez. Goldberg, the catcher, will stand in. He'll face Correjo for the first time. He will take for a ball.
I remember one of the Liberty Hill dads.
That pitch gets the outside goes right back with the same exact pitch, same location, and this time it calls it a strike.
Yeah, my buddy Jeff Neuenschwander, when they faced Bernie Champion, Liberty Hill did in the round 1 by district.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
He had mentioned that Bill Goldberg's son was, the catcher for Bernie Champion. I'm like, hey, when he came out to bat, did he have his dad's walk-up music?
1-2 the count to Goldberg. The pitch. That is down and away for ball 2. And that will even it up.
Yeah, so remember that, his walk-up music, who's next, and with the pyrotechnics going and breathing in the smoke. I was so awesome.
The 2-2 pitch coming up. Fastball cut on and miss for strike 3, and that will retire Goldberg for out number 1. So, he reminds me of, did you ever see the movie Peanut Butter Falcon?
Peanut Butter Falcon?
Yeah.
No, sir.
You see that?
No.
There was an
love watching
There was
movies.
an old wrestler in there that he looks just a lot like. I'll have to remember what his name was, what he was called in there. That pitch misses for ball 1 to Ethan Harrison.
If it's a wrestling movie, I may have to look that one up and pull that out of the archives.
It is. It's about a young man with Down syndrome.
Okay.
Wow, another good-looking pitch for ball 2.
Top to bottom, he's not really. He's been pretty tight. Has the umpire or
Nick
home plate.
Cortez on deck for the Chargers. That pitch down the middle for strike 1. This is cut on. It is going to fall for a base hit. It just a bloop Texas leaguer single into left field.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Sparshu did everything he could to get to that, and unfortunately it was in that perfect no man's land that was a great hit. But as has been the case, aside from the leadoff hit from Jordan Ballin, that, very soft contact against Colin Correjo right now.
Throw down to second will not be in time as Harrison is going to pick up a stolen base, and he
paid for it, unfortunately.
He is hurt.
That was a very fast snap tag put on by Rainer Heinrich in the small of the back, and I think that definitely.
The training staff is out there taking a look at him. He's still down on his knees, and
And I was actually asking to see what was the pitch call. Was it a strike or a ball? It was I
think it was a
borderline low pitch, but I never did see the actual call from home plate umpire.
And he is up and on the bag.
Yeah, and a quick little, reach over to tell, from Rainer Heinrich, good sportsmanship there, letting him know, hey, buddy, sorry, really sorry about that. Obviously, it was a bang-bang play. He was trying to lay the tag down, was Rainer Heinrich, and, it just caught him right in the middle of the back pretty hard.
Harrison's showing some speed, getting to second.
No doubt. A great jump on that, and a good throw from Xander.
Great throw from Xander Forcell.
Yes, for sure, and really good speed, and Collins not slow for delivery either. So
Jordan Ballin on deck. Correjo from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2.
We're assuming, I'm still waiting to see the call from the umpire just to confer ball 1 on the first pitch, but
2-0 the count. I'm going with it.
Yeah.
The pitch was high last time up. The 2-0 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 3.
No, 2-1.
He did call it a strike. Hey, good for you, buddy.
I knew it was close, but it was a bit of a low pitch, the first one. And
it's the Kaspar Stradamus. 2-1 the count to Cortez. And that pitch misses for ball 3.
You don't want to see. Yeah, and again, rightfully so, you're going to see Xander come out. Just have a little quick discussion with Colin. You know, we got the first out there, and don't let this guy get away. Let's keep a clean card in the realm of no walks.
No walks.
Which has been a great formula for us the last several games.
Correjo having an outstanding outing in Game 2 versus Palmview.
No doubt. Complete game.
3-1 the count to Cortez. That pitch down and away for ball 4. And Correjo will give up his first walk of the afternoon.
Well, the only benefit there is you don't have a lot of speed, as best I can tell, in number 25, Nick Cortez. He's a big boy. He's a really big boy. But this does keep the double play ball alive, which is great to see. And
Harrison with a lot of speed at second base. Coach Crimpine is going to call time. We have 1 out with 2 on, and Jordan Ballin at the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a single. He got caught stealing later in that first inning.
Yep. Yeah, he was. And again, just a great mentality from Colin Correjo that, you get on the base pad doesn't necessarily mean you're safe. From his ability, he may not have gotten you out on the pitch, but he's definitely going to do his best to get you out by picking you off.
A double play will get the Raiders out of the inning.
And with the good breeze going right now, we don't have a huge amount of feedback here in the mic, and I think the producer needs to do a better job of getting the crowd involved with this game, as I will do here momentarily. There we go, everybody. Now you can hear that this is a absolutely packed house here on both sides, really, but Rouse has come out in spades.
Correjo will deal a breaking ball low for ball 1.
Again, that borderline pitch that he is not calling, as it was right over the middle of the plate.
Correjo will spin off and throw back to second base. Sparshoe with it, but Harrison gets back in time. Evan Kuhl on deck for the Chargers. 1-0 pitch, a fastball. Yeah, he just cannot get a break.
I'll tell you what, I mean, again, I can only assume low, but they're so close.
He is squeezing the strike zone. The 2-0, fastball cut on and missed for strike 1.
And interestingly enough, that was almost an identical pitch that he offered at. It was a swing and a miss, but not having swung. So again, they're seeing something that we're not up here, and that happens often.
2-1 the count to Ballin. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 2.
Again, looks like it was that same height, and I'm trying to do my best to sit right behind home plate as best I can for my
2-2
here.
The count to Ballin. Fastball, this is cut up the middle. Heinrich had it to second, first, in time.
Oh, he was safe. No,
he did beat it out.
He did. Great speed there.
Ballin beats it out on the fielder's choice.
And I'll tell you what, an absolutely nuke from Jordan Ballin, as that was off the turf, was even faster into the glove of Rainer Heinrich, able to snag that and pick it cleanly. But Jordan, with great speed, able to beat that throw.
Evan Kuhl 0 for 0 with a sack bunt. Cam Logan on deck. Runners on the corners for the Chargers. Correjo takes a long look in. He will deal. This is lined back up the middle and into center field. This will score. Harrison.
It's an RBI single for Evan Cole.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He almost got drilled with it.
He did. He literally tried to throw the glove at it, and it was just too late because, again, that ball was absolutely hammered up the middle, and Collins falling towards the first base side and away from where that ball was hit.
Cam Logan will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first. 2 on with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Raiders leading at 6-0. Correjo will spin off and look Ballin back to second. But nobody's holding him on. First pitch offering down the middle for a strike.
Great pitch. And now having gone mostly fastball throughout the first couple innings here,
This is cut on and hit back down the third baseline. It goes foul for strike 2.
And now he's starting to utilize that breaking pitch. Again, a great chess match here between pitcher and hitter. Most hitters, you get an opportunity to see a pitcher through into the third opportunity, and they can take advantage of that. And again, the scouting report is in from Coach Woodchick as he has really studied our team thoroughly.
The 0-2, this is cut on and goes foul down the third baseline. I don't know, the scoreboard disappeared for a minute.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, on your screen, and then it's back.
Oh, it's off of your screen.
It hasn't come back.
Interesting.
It'll come back here in just a minute.
I tend to focus on the
there it
bigger
is.
one. I tend to focus on this one versus the, but
0-2 the count to Logan.
tell you what, great turnout here on the Rouse sideline, and we're seeing I saw a lot of the Liberty Hill players that I was able to talk to before the game, Cedar Park players here.
Correjo's going to call time, and
I think Colin actually picked up that Jordan Balin was trying to call the signs to the batter
so he's trying to pick up the sign.
He was, and he immediately called in Xander Forsell to let him know, hey, guy, let's change things up a little bit here and not give them the opportunity because Cam Logan.
Interesting that he's tipping the sign, right?
Well, I mean,
Or trying to pick it, trying to figure it out, first off.
They're always going to, I mean, that's part of baseball right there.
Right.
You've got to be trying to do that every single time.
Forsell stands back up, and he'll get reset.
Any advantage that you can get is going to be able to help your team.
The 0-2 pitch, it's down and away for ball 1.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Miller on deck, if I haven't said that already. I may have had.
Yeah, there's definitely, Jordan is giving little quick flashes of a sign call.
1-2, this is hit back up. Gonzalez will make the throw to first. Oh, it goes wide, and he could have tagged Ballin.
Had him right next to on his left shoulder.
And that will score a run on E5.
Yeah, and Ballin actually did not hesitate, really. He was trying to get up the line and realized he almost ran in to Blake Gonzalez. But Blake was, dead set and insistent, obviously, and focused on making that throw to first, and unfortunately was off the plate where Nolan couldn't get to it.
He had to force at third, and I guess didn't really think about that. And all he had to do was outrunning to the bag or tag him. One.
Well, force, and then even just hesitate, stop, don't do the throw, and realize he was literally on his left shoulder.
First pitch, a swing and a miss. Throw down. Heinrich will throw back, and it'll go to the backstop. And Cool will score. Bad throw from Rainer Heinrich. And the Chargers have cut the lead in half. And I didn't catch what that pitch was. I think it was a strike. A swing and a miss. And he'll get rung up with a strike, so I know he has 2 strikes. See if
he'll flash the sign.
Flash the sign.
Yeah, the call.
Fastball low. The ball 1.
And we got Big E, Mr. Easton McGee is in the house. What's up, E?
Jerry
How are you,
Wingo
buddy?
on deck. This is cut on and a fly ball into foul territory, and that will go out of play. A 2-2 count. To Sam Miller. Correjo from the stretch. A 2-2 pitch. This is hit out to left. Caden Kaspar will get to it and make the catch, and that will do it. A fly out to left to end the Charger third, but they get 3 runs on 2 hits, and they leave 1 on 2. The bottom we go. Raiders leading this one 6-3 over the Chargers.
Yeah, and again, what you want to see there is, Colin has really been approaching each guy, each batter very well. A couple of unfortunate hits and runs there, and a bad throw. So, but at this point, we will go ahead and hit one of our UIL commercials. So everybody, stay tuned and keep an eye. We'll be right back.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, but playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates, and I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
Encourage a student you know to take part in a high school sport. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Mikey Caputo will come to the plate to get things started for the Raiders here in the third.
It's not Colin Caputo?
Not Colin Caputo.
Okay, all right.
He will take for a strike. A.J. Grizzoffi on the mound for the Chargers. Pitch gets the inside corner for strike 2.
Okay, all right.
A little mustard on that slider.
Yeah, there was.
0-2 the count to Caputo, and he will hit this one down to third. It is played by Miller. The throw to first will be in time, and that will do it for Caputo. 5-3 on the putout of Caputo.
And I'll tell you what, great job of Sam Miller staying with that, as that was a very well hit ball from Mikey Caputo that he bobbled it, but, stayed with it. It didn't get away from him very far, and he was able to make a good throw there and get Mikey as he was hustling it up the line.
Nolan Harris will stand in. Harris will take for a strike. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball down the middle for ball one.
Little guy.
1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as Harris chases a high fastball.
Chases the high heat. Can't hit it and can't lay off it. A line from a league of their own.
This one will be fouled away, and Harris will get another opportunity.
For those movie buffs.
Right? We do have
Gina Davis talking about her sister.
A propensity to bring up movies.
Give her the high heat.
1-2, and this is hit out towards center, and it'll drop in for a base hit.
But that one he handled nicely as he just hits that little Texas leaguer flare just past the outstretched hands.
That'll bring
Jordan
up little shotty, Joe Sparshoe.
Number 12, Joe Sparshoe.
And again, one of the
Sparshoe was hit by a pitch his last time up.
Raiders that has really erupted in great spots.
He will take for ball one.
As I believe it was the Alamo Heights series.
Yes.
That he was just
He was
absolutely
just
tearing it up.
And he will take for ball two.
Once again, a great looking pitch there right over the plate, but a bit low, and not to the liking of the home plate umpire.
And pitch inside for ball three.
And again, low and inside, and Grizzoffi's like, gosh, where am I missing?
Grizzoffi from the stretch, and he will deal a changeup down the middle for strike one. Took a little bit off there.
He did. He's just trying to fine-tune it, right? Get it into the zone, knowing that he probably wasn't going to swing.
That pitch misses outside for ball four, and Grizzoffi gives up his first walk.
Yep, and immediately noticing as our wonderful Concordia guys here in the box with us, he's like, man, I tell you what, they outside against a righty is going to be called a ball, but outside against a lefty is more likely to be a strike call than not. It has been the case up to this point, and we're going to get to see again another righty and see if that holds true, as on 5 pitches Joe Sparshoe is able to take first base, and
Gonzo will stand in. He's 1 for 1. He singled up the middle his first time. He will take a strike on the outside corner. Might be a little generous.
Didn't get to see that one. Sorry, I was.
Rainer Heinrich on deck. Gonzalez will take for ball one, a pitch down and in.
And again, low. Low, he's not giving it to these guys, and they keep trying to tickle that spot because that's going to induce that potential ground ball for a double play that the pitchers love to throw.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
But that almost takes it out of the hands of the pitcher there when they're not really going to get that call. They just really have to stay away from that pitch.
1-2, the count to Gonzo. The pitch, and this is hit out towards right center, and this will drop for a base hit. And that will see Bryce Jordan score as an errant throw from Grizzoffi as he cut the throw off.
Well, and it was honestly, Bryce was caught in no man's land. He rounded hard, and Coach Crabine was in his face, stop, stop, stop. And he tried to make the break back to third, but the cutoff
And he made something
from Nick
happen.
Cortez.
And that's,
yeah.
that's the other thing. You know, Coach will be upset a little bit, but then he'll say, you know what? You took the risk and you made something happen. That's aggressive baseball.
It is.
But
it is.
Get out, then you're in trouble.
Well, and the one thing is you want to round third hard, always. You want to draw the line eyesight of the outfielder to see if you can draw a bad throw from him, in which case he did a great throw.
That pitch misses for ball one to Rainer Heinrich.
He made a great throw to Nick Cortez, who covered it in the cutoff spot. Nick looks up. It's like, oh, my gosh, I could get him at third, and unfortunately was just a bit of a bad throw.
Grzafi from the stretch. He will deal low and outside for ball two. Heinrich 0 for 2. He has popped up to second and hit into an infield fly rule. Sparshoe at third. Swing and a miss, and that was a pitch that was a Rainer Heinrich pitch.
Absolutely wanted that one. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was trying to jump all over that as he lost his balance even with that swing.
2-1 the count to Heinrich. And he will send this one into center field. That will score Sparshoe and Blake Gonzalez. The Raiders have scored 2. A 2 RBI single for Rainer Heinrich.
And that's the Rainer Heinrich that we've seen in that Palmview series, leading the team going 5 for 7 with 2 nukes. And once again, Rouse having a big inning here.
And we need several of these big innings. Miller will get underneath this one. It'll be a high fly ball to the second baseman, Quinn Grable, and he'll make the catch to retire Miller.
Yeah, it looked like he was hitting the little pitching wedge there as he reached down and pulled that one off the turf, and unfortunately right underneath it, and long, towering, high pop-up.
And that'll bring up Caden Kaspar. Kaspar, 1 for 2. He is grounded to first and singled to left center. He will take first strike.
You know, and interesting enough, first pitch, what's so far up to this point been called low throughout the game, falls in for a strike one.
Snap throw to first will not be in time as Heinrich gets back in safely, and Cortez well off the bag.
Yeah, a little low on that. He obviously wants to make sure to not let that get away from him and put another runner in scoring position, especially one as fast as Rainer Heinrich.
Nick Cortez. Heinrich will get caught stealing. Actually, he's going to call balk, I think.
Yeah, he did the leg kick.
Balk.
Yeah, that was a leg kick, and Rainer picked up on it, immediately breaks for second, and he snap throws over to first, does Grzafi, and immediately gets the balk call, and not to the agreement of Coach Woodchick.
And so Coach Woodchick having a heated discussion.
Yeah, and I think third base umpire comes over to give his 2 cents.
Well, the third base umpire would definitely see if the leg went toward home.
Correct. And I think, honestly, that's why he probably approached, because he could see that the explanation from the umpire that called the balk was not going over very well. And the third base umpire comes in and is like, hey, look, buddy, he definitely made his move to home. And again, folks, if you make your move to home, if your raised leg makes the move and you turn those hips, as the batters and the runners are so trained to do, watch the hips. If the hips turn, the leg is making its move to home plate, and you're allowed to break for second or third, wherever it is that you're trying to steal.
Kaspar still waiting on his first pitch. Actually, they have a strike on him. Right?
Yeah, they did throw a strike.
That pitch down and away for ball one.
It was a over the middle low pitch for strike one.
Heinrich extends his lead at second. Grazafi comes set. He'll spin off and throw back. Not in time as Ballin was there, but so was Heinrich.
Yeah, and of course, Caden Kaspar having some great memories here of the last two games that they've had, Alamo Heights and Cedar Park, where he was able to hit monster shots to right center.
And Kaspar will hit this one into shallow right. The throw will be in time. What a play by Quinn Grable. A bang-bang play. That will go 4-3 on the putout of Kaspar.
I'll have to slow-mo that later.
To end the inning. That the Raiders get 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1. And on to the 4th we go. Due up for the Chargers in the 3rd, or in the 4th, Wingo, Grable, and Goldberg. Coco Correjo makes his way out to the mound to pitch the 4th.
With the same 6-run lead he had to start the 3rd. So, see if he can't
The 5, 6,
improve
and
upon
7
that.
hitters are due up for the Chargers. Want to give a shout out to the Georgetown Shirt Company. We are Georgetown and Austin's best resource for custom screen printing. Our professional print shop staff screen prints thousands of garments every day, and we would like to put our expertise to work for you. Call us at 512-869-0979 or visit our website at georgetownshirtcompany.com. Jared Wingo will make his way to the plate for his second at bat of the afternoon. He grounded to short his first time up. He will take for a strike down the middle.
And once again, Colin doing a great job of getting ahead of these batters. As he
Pitch,
is so
slider
known
down
for.
and away for ball 1. The lights are on here at Tornado Field. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball in for strike
there
2.
You go. Great job, Xander Forsell framing that one nicely. If there was any opportunity to be borderline, he was not going to have that happen.
Oh, 1-2 pitch, just a little high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And
Yeah,
that will do it for Wingo.
And again, Colin working extremely fast, as is his MO, throughout this year, last year, the year before. I mean, he's really wants to control the game.
First pitch down the middle for a strike.
And when he gets dialed in like this, you honestly, you can't throw the ball back fast enough as Xander Forsell, because he's absolutely ready to go.
A fastball high and inside for ball 1. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. A breaking ball misses inside for ball 2. I'm Michael Francis alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Jonathan Kaspar, as we enjoy bringing you Rouse Raider Baseball. 2-1. This is hit back up the middle. This will be a base hit for Grable, as he will hit it into center field.
And honestly, on their hits that they have had, that has been the consistent spot, is up the middle, aside from the a bit of a pull hit. Actually, no, I apologize. Jordan Balin, I think,
was. It'd be interesting to see a spray chart on here, which we don't have.
No, I think Jordan Balin was more to the second base side of middle versus, I don't recall whether he actually hit that through the 5-6 hole on his
Goldberg
leadoff
will
base
call
hit.
time and step out. Goldberg is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 3rd. This is fouled off for strike 1. 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, and very aggressive is Gage Goldberg. I mean, he is just really trying to jump all over any pitch that he likes or suits his eye, and unfortunately.
Forsell will come out of the crouch. He'll step up, and that fastball goes
I think that was a pitch out, maybe seeing if they could take advantage of Quinn Grable taking a big lead over there at first.
1-1 pitch. This is smashed to left and goes foul for strike 2. Great atmosphere here tonight.
Because it's playoff time in Texas.
It is.
Love it.
It's
love it.
Playoff time in Texas. Regional final time in Texas. The 1-2 catches him looking.
Beautiful.
And Goldberg didn't even question it.
I'll tell you what, it's again, you see those batters that they're looking for the pitch. The scouting reports in, the coaches coach them up through the week, and they're like, okay, he's going to throw fastball here. This is it. And he throws a
Ethan Harrison
change
will
up.
come to the plate. He's batting from the left side. He is 1 for 1 with a single. Throw to first will not be in time as Grable gets back in safely. Nick Cortez on deck. This is line to right. It'll be played by Caputo, and that'll be a base hit for Harrison as he's 2 for 2.
Yeah, great hit there.
Runners at first and second for Nick Cortez. And Cortez is 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up and then got caught in a fielder's choice at second base. That'll put Jordan Ballin on deck. A nice breaking ball. And he took some speed, off-speed breaking ball from Correjo for strike 1.
He was exclusive to these guys their first time through the lineup with a lot of fastballs, whether that be 2-seam, 4-seam. He would work in a little breaking pitch here and there.
That is hit to Harris at first. He'll take it himself, step on the bag, and that will do it for the Chargers. They will get no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 3.5, it's 9-6 or 9-3. Rouse. That'll go 3U on the putout.
But he's really, Colin Correjo's really worked in that off speed, that breaking pitch, the slider, the curveball, giving them a lot more change-ups, and really just, again, it's a cat and mouse game, right? It's a chess match.
Right.
The pitchers, the batters, that third time through, they tend to really pick up on what you have to offer, and that was only the second time through. And now we have a new pitcher. Our lefty is out of the lineup here for Bernie Champion, and it looks like number 8 has stepped in, which is Robbie Avila. Robbie with an IE. Again, we would like to try to get everything accurate here. Robbie Vila, V-E-L-A, Vila.
Vela. E makes the A sound. Vela.
Well, there you go.
So, Robbie Vela.
I will bow to the.
I speak a little bit of Spanish, enough to get me in
Hey,
trouble.
I'll tell you what.
Understand more than I speak.
Anybody that partook in our last series against Palmview will understand this man to my left. Y'all don't know that I'm to his right, but my man to my left, Michael Francis, was holding it down on the pronunciations of all the folks that were chiming in. Like I said, we had Cuba, we had Mexico, we had all the folks in the Valley, and I'll tell you what, I wanted to see 1,000 hits for us in our broadcast, and they absolutely blew that out of the water with us getting close to 2,100 for Game 1 and over 2,600 for Game 2. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
Hats off to the Palmview Lobos fans.
Yeah, tremendous fans. Oscar Salazar will get things started. He will hit this one deep to short. The throw will not be in time. Oh,
yeah,
it
it
is
was.
in time. Wow, what a play by
Jordan
Ballin.
Allen. Wow, what a – I mean, he just was
That
a
was deep in the hole to left at the edge of the infield grass.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that was Jeter-esque.
Or outfield grass, rather. 6-3 on the put out of Salazar.
What
wow,
a cannon.
What a play by Ballin. Colin Correjo will take for a strike.
You know, and again, inside to the lefties, gets the strike call.
That pitch misses outside for ball one. That will even it up. The 1-1, this is fouled back out of play for strike two. You know, the interesting thing, Jonathan, if Aiden Smith is the Chargers' ace, he only went an inning and a third.
No doubt.
Right.
You know, he obviously wants to have his opportunity
That was fouled away.
to come back
will
at
stay 1-2.
the guys. And I'll tell you what, honestly, I don't
But
understand.
they're still available for game two if necessary.
Yeah, and Grisafi is as well.
Game three if necessary.
Grisafi looked great from that left side. He brought in a lot of good speed.
1-2, a fastball down and in for ball two, and that will even it up.
You know, Grisafi actually came in and looked really good. And to pull him, maybe that thought is in his mind
That is fouled off as Correjo just gets a piece of it.
of wanting to keep that pitch count down and keep those guys available for game two.
The 2-2, that's high and outside for ball three, and Correjo has worked it full.
Get down,
count,
get down,
the
get
payoff
down,
pitch.
get down,
This
get
is
down,
hit
get
out
down.
towards left center, and Evan Cool able to get to it in time.
Yeah,
That's one of those that just stayed up there. And
well, and as I sort of mentioned earlier, you know, that wind, right?
Yeah.
You get anything up in the air, and the wind has a tendency to hold it up there. And what looked like it was going to be a great shot out to the left center gap, you know, you turn around and you look up, and Evan Cool is just camped underneath it. So
yeah, he's great speed getting over there. Great effort by the Charger.
yeah, like I said, Coach Woodchick and I for Bernie Champion talked pretty in good length, you know, before the game, and he was like, "Guy, you know, we're a lot like you guys. We've got good speed, you know."
Wow, that was generous. That pitch in for a strike.
That was
hit
low.
Hit the top of the zone.
Oh, was it top?
Yeah. It was,
Okay.
Really kind of out of it. Same height right there. He didn't call a
and
strike.
He called that one a ball.
He calls it a ball. It's some inconsistency
Hey,
with
it's
him, but
it's always expected. Unfortunately, you know, it's
1-1 the count to Caputo. That pitch outside for ball two.
you know, even if they were to go to the days of electronic strike zones, there's still going to be problems, right? You know, I mean, it's part of the game.
Pitch outside for ball three.
Which I know there's mutterings in the MLB that, you know, an electronic strike zone with them having the ability to show folks at home that what the strike zone is and where each ball is.
Fastball down the middle for strike two, and the count goes full. Well, this is the thing about it. I mean, once you start having technology take over on certain things, you lose that human element that made the game really fun, right? Payoff pitch down and away for ball four, and Vela will give up his first walk of the evening.
And you say fun, that all depends upon your perspective. Because the coaches have probably got a lot of gray hairs from arguing balls and strikes.
That's what's made that is what's made the game so good over the years.
Right, no doubt, no doubt.
That pitch gets away from Goldberg, but that'll keep Caputo at first.
And of course,
quickly gets to it.
Always begs the question, Angel Hernandez.
Oh, gosh.
How has he maintained his spot as a premier umpire
pitch down the middle
in
for
the
strike,
MLBs?
And that will even it up at one. True that.
I mean, my gosh, he is
This is hit back towards second. Grable has it. The throw to first will be in time, and that will do it for the Raiders. That will go 4-3 on the put out of Harris to end the Raider fourth, but they get no runs on no hits. They leave one. And after 4 complete, it's 9-3 Rouse. On to the fifth we go, and due up for the Chargers in the fifth, Wingo, Grable, and Goldberg.
Yeah, and doing a quick check.
Take that back. I'll take that back. We're back to the top of the order. Ballin, Cool, and Logan.
Correct, yeah. Cortez did finish that inning off. No defensive moves here.
Yeah, Colin Correjo back out on the mound.
For Coach Crimpine. And, again, it's Crimpine, those folks. So, a few different things that happened this week. A to Z Sports. Anybody that's on Twitter, please look up A to Z Sports. They did a phenomenal video on capturing sort of the Friday craziness that was for the Rouse Raider seniors, managers, trainers, and players, where we had to finish our game late on Thursday in Jordanton, south of San Antonio, make our way back home, got home about 10:30, 11 o'clock, go to sleep because they had to be up early in the morning to be at
graduation.
The baseball, well, they had to be at the baseball field at 6:30 to get on the bus to take them, right, to graduation, and then turn around and get out, get on the bus, and go down to Beeville.
Jordan Ballin will make his way to the plate for his third at bat of the night. He's hitting to a fielder's choice, and he has a single, so he's 1 for 2.
And I guess that was a ball. I didn't really see.
That one down the middle for a strike. See if he flashes a sign. And
I mean, he's pretty vocal with his strike calls, so I got to assume that first pitch was a ball, even though there was not much said.
That is fouled away for a strike. And Ballin in a 1-2 count. Evan Cool on deck.
We got Ballin and Cool, the 1-2 batters.
The 1-2 pitch goes high for ball 2. The count will even up.
And he still has yet to flash the count just to confirm that pitch 1 was a ball.
That is hit foul and out of play.
And bounces
back into the field.
Yeah, hit the pole there of the fence that protects the bullpen area. Seeing more and more of that, more fences that are going up to help protect the guys and fans.
A breaking ball. This is hit to left. And that'll be a leadoff single for Jordan Ballin.
And very, very similar to his first at-bat in this game, as he is the leadoff for the Bernie champion Chargers.
That will bring up Evan Cool. Cool is sacked, bunted, and singled.
Ballin' and Cool. Yeah.
Cam Logan on deck. Correjo from the stretch. Fastball down and away for ball 1. Want to know the count. 1-0 pitch. This is hit out to left or to right, and Caputo makes the catch. A great diving catch by Caputo for out number 1 to retire Cool. That was almost in danger of becoming that little Texas leaguer to right.
Well, Mikey had a great jump on that, and honestly, he looked to try to sell that more than he did because he saw that Jordan Balin was breaking for second, and he sort of laid out, and he had an opportunity to make that
Throw
catch.
To first, not in time. As Ballin gets back in, and it kind of got him on the leg.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Mikey unfortunately couldn't sell that a little bit more to try to get the double play there.
Cam Logan at the plate, and he will take first strike. Nothing in one, the count to Logan. Miller on deck. Throw over to first, not in time.
Well, Jordan's not taking much risk again to try to get picked off as he did in the first inning, as he is staying fairly tight into first base on his lead.
A slider in for strike two, as Logan started to show bunt and pulled back out.
He showed bunt, but it was a beautiful pitch.
Throw to first, not in time, as Ballin quickly up.
And a very nonchalant tag laid down by Nolan Harris.
Swing and a miss for strike three, and that will retire Logan. We're out number two, and that will bring up Sam Miller. Miller is 0 for 2. He is struck out and flown out to left.
Now up the third baseman, number 20, Sam Miller.
Ballin extends his lead at first. Let's pitch in for a strike. A nice off-speed breaking pitch out of the hand of Colin Correjo, the UTSA commit.
UTSA, and as an outfielder.
He went around. That is a strike.
But I've said it once, and I will say it again, that I will not rule out the possibility with the way he's pitching and his size that he will have the ability to pitch at the next level.
This is chopped on, and Correjo will take it himself and step on the bag, and that will do it. That'll go 1-U on the putout of Miller to end the Charger fifth. They get no runs on one hit. They leave one, and after 4.5, it's 9-3 Rouse.
Yeah, they're just riding the high now and really just trying to, hop on the shoulders of Colin Correjo, who's up and able to the task.
The UIL Baseball State Tournament will take place Wednesday, June 7th through Saturday, June 10th at the Dell Diamond in Round Rock. All Conference 4A games will take place at Disch-Falk Field at the University of Texas at Austin. Tickets now available at uiltexas.org/baseball/state.
And on that, we will go ahead and spin off to one of the other UIL commercials here. Just stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
Let's hit a 30 spot.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Robbie Vela back out on the mound to pitch the fifth for the Chargers, due up for the Raiders in the fifth. Sparshoe, Gonzalez, and Heinrich. Sparshoe will pop this one up, and it will go foul out of play for strike one.
Yeah, and immediately he's popping his helmet like, that was the pitch. That was the pitch. I needed to drive that one, and got a little under it, a little ahead.
Lulu Garcia checking in. Go Raiders. Tammy Hottie, let's go Raiders. Raiders on fire.
Tammy Hottie, thank you for chiming in.
The strike down the middle.
Her son Ashton.
To Sparshoe. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside for strike three, and that will do it.
Sorry, I was going to say Tammy Hottie chiming in. Her son Ashton Hottie, I've known for an extremely long time from the years of early years of kid pitch, and he's going to join the Marine Corps. our armed services. So
there is a ball that has gotten onto the field. I guess some kiddos are playing with a ball over there, and
Coach
it's a
Elpag,
football.
Coach LaPaglia keeping his.
Oh, that's Coach Harris.
Oh, is that Harris?
That's Harris.
Okay.
That pitch outside for ball one.
I don't know how we rule that in our fielding percentage with football in play.
That wasn't a baseball, so that was a garbage time fielding attempt. That pitch down and away for ball two. Donna May checking in. Nathan Bergman's Mimi, Columbus, Ohio. Go Raiders. That pitched outside, down and away for ball three.
Interesting.
And Gonzalez in a 3-0 count. Now it's throw me a strike.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's extremely hot right now as Blake Gonzalez, and he's just itching.
That pitch outside for ball four.
And that was, I believe, very much respect right there, as that was a non-intentional walk, but it was an intentional walk as nothing even was close to the strike zone.
Coach Woodchick making his way out to the mound. He's going to talk with Vela.
He's done. He's done.
You think he's done?
Yeah, he gave him a little pat on the shoulder, and I mean, it looked like it based off of his.
Was it an encouraging pat?
Yeah,
no, that's it. He gave me the pat on the bottom. He's gone.
He gave him the encouraging little shoulder, like, "Oh man, good job.
It's
Way to come in and do your
it's
spot."
When they go to the bottom that they pat them on the backside that they're done.
And I still remember. So again, movie deal here was a For the Love of the Game with Kevin Costner as the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. And the coach comes in and is like, "Man, I don't know that you got enough to finish this game." And he goes, "No, I'm good. Leave me in. I want this." Right? And he goes, his coach goes to walk away. He goes, "Where's my pat?" He goes, and he gives him a quick little 2 taps on the base. "Thank you."
All right, there you go.
He goes, "I'm not coming out of this game." Awesome.
We definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to the ramblings of Jonathan Kaspar and myself, along with some Rouse Raider baseball.
We try to have fun.
Yeah.
We try to have fun.
Got to have fun.
And incoming is a extremely tall,
22.
big kid right there, number 22, which is going to be Nate Mayo. Mayo or Mayo? M-A-Y-O. M-A-Y-O.
If it's Spanish, then you would say Mayo.
Mayo.
If it's not, then you would say Mayo.
Well,
which we have Coach Mayo at Rouse, or did have several years ago.
And I'm going to say it's very, very similar to last year, our Rouse Raiders during their playoff.
What was his first name?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's going to be Nate.
Nate.
N-A-T-E, Nate.
You think I would
Mayo.
remember that since my oldest son is named Nathan?
But
he never did want to go by Nate. He always wanted to be called Nathan.
That's right. I'm a Jonathan. I'm not a John.
All right.
I am not a John. I'm not a Nathan. I am Jonathan.
You're not a Joe Nathan?
That's actually, you say that. My boss calls me Joe Nathan. And as was always my funny thing whenever I took Spanish class in high school, I'm Jonathan. In Spanish class, I'm Jonathan because Juan is John, right? I mean, it's the same. So I'm Jonathan.
Well, I don't think they have a Jonathan. I think it's just Juan, right? They would call you Juan. It's kind of like Diego is James, right? How do you get James out
from
of Diego?
Yeah, right? Like, okay, sure.
It's like Paco. Paco is Frank.
Pablo is Frank, right?
Yeah. All right, Paco.
And Rayner getting another opportunity to.
And back when I was in the apprenticeship program, I earned the moniker of Pasquale, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how did that happen?
Hey.
Oh, Juanito. Thanks. Juanito Kaspar.
There we go. I'll take it.
Castro. Juanito Castro.
Juanito Castro.
Pitch to Heinrich in for a strike. One on with one out. And Heinrich will hammer this one into the Raider bullpen. Unfortunately, it's got that CMU wall in front of the dugout.
That's the duck and cover swing right there, folks.
0-2, the count to Heinrich. And this is hit deep to left.
No, he's camped
Not
on
deep
it.
enough. Harrison is there. He'll make the catch. And you thought he might have a chance. Would he go yard back to back to back?
Third
Three
game
games in a row. But no. It's a long fly out to the left.
But immediately, Rainer Heinrich, the player that he is, goes to Landon Miller and Caden Kaspar and says, hey, guys, this is what he has. This is what I'm seeing. It's a new pitcher, their first opportunity to see.
Miller will take for ball one.
Nate Mayo.
Snoop saying one on with one out.
I appreciate that one, Snoop. Love
Swing
it.
and a miss. Actually, he foul tips it, and it'll go to the backstop. I thought he missed it, and that'll hold Gonzalez at first.
But do we have to say it Juan on and Juan out?
Oh, wait a minute. That might be cultural appropriation. You better be careful.
It's too big of a word for me to understand. Sorry.
Throw down to second. Will be in time, and Gonzalez caught stealing. That'll go 2-4. Actually, 2-6 on the putout.
And extremely crazy there, folks. And you're not, unfortunately, going to see it unless you're watching the NFS broadcast. But that was a delayed steal, intentional delayed steal from Blake Gonzalez that ended up drawing the throw from Gage Goldberg that was almost cut off by the pitcher, Nate Mayo, who thought that it was a throw to him that was just high.
Right.
And he realized, oh my gosh, let me pull my glove down, and it was able to end up beating Blake Gonzalez to the bag. So very interesting turn there. And,
right. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. The Raiders get no runs on no hits. They leave nobody on. Landon Miller was at the plate with a throw down to second, and he will come back to lead off the sixth for the Raiders. Due up for the Chargers, Wingo, Gable, and Goldberg.
And we do have a change at the batter's spot here. Number 30
Oh, I missed that.
is coming in, and that is Grant Kinzel. Kinzel. Grant Kinzel. Did you catch that, Justin? All right.
And he will take for ball one, and a pitch that looked very good.
Yeah, good breaking pitch there inside.
What's his name again?
Grant Kinzel. Kinzel. Kinzel is what I'm going to say, but
Pitching
Kinzel.
for a strike.
Kinzel.
And that'll even the count up at 1-1 pitch. This is hit deep. Foul to left.
But I'll tell you what, he's a big dude. He's very strong.
That was the one thing that Palmview said when our guys walked off the bus and their fans were up in the stands. They were like, my gosh, these guys are big compared to our guys.
Well, Woodchick and I, again, we talked about several things, and I told him, I said, he mentioned, because our guys are just a bit smaller, and they're not as big as your guys. But, we're very similar teams.
2-2. The count to Kinzel. This is fouled away.
And I know that, Coach Krempine had mentioned during our Laredo trip when we were at the hotel, he and all the guys were coming in. They were working out that night before our first game, and they're walking in with their muscle shirts on. And
this is hit deep to left, and this will one-hop the wall, and this will be a stand-up double for Kinzel.
Good shot there. I mean, he was absolutely all over everything as he fouled one strong to left, fouled one strong to right, and then put a charge into that one on a little one-hopper to the fence. But, Coach had mentioned, he goes, you know what, this is one of the first years that I think that if our boys happen to need to get into a fight, that we actually stand a pretty good chance because they're so big.
I don't know, that young man at second base and Grant Kinzel, That
He's
is
a
a
dude.
big dude.
He's a dude. He's just a dude.
This is hit back up the middle. Throw to third will get Kinzel.
And great play from
on
Joe
the fielder's
Sparshoe.
on the fielder's choice by Grable.
You know, again, you always, if you have an opportunity, take the lead runner. Get an out on the lead runner if the opportunity presents itself. And Joe immediately, even though the runner was in his face, running across the ball as it came to Joe,
Yeah,
Joe
he
Sparshoe was able to
ran into the ball.
He did. He did a great job of trying to distract Sparshoe, and he was able to make the play and realize, hey, he's committed to third base. I'm going to take that out.
Goldberg 0 for 2. He is struck out looking and swinging. He will take for ball one.
Tell you what, though, he did, again, put a charge into one that he fouled off earlier in his last at-bat, so he's definitely got some power.
Correjo will throw over to first, but he will not be in time as Grable gets back. Want to know the count to Goldberg. Throw over to first. Again, not in time. He's trying to keep Grable anchored to second.
I was going to say, what I haven't seen is old Big Lou Diaz making his way up here, but I got to see him before the game. Clean-shaven Lou Diaz.
Is he really? That pitch in for a strike. Man,
Babyface Lou Diaz. That's it. He's not Big Lou Diaz anymore. It's Babyface.
Babyface. So says Juan Castro. Pitch high and out of the zone. Juanito Castro. Or would that be
Wanathan? Yes,
Kasparathan.
Wow. It's a bit of a stretch to try
2-1. This is lifted high and foul to right.
That'd be a bit of a stretch to try to take that German Czech last name and convert that into Spanish.
Right. Well, it's like mine. It's my ancestry is Italian. They dropped the E when they came over from Italy. So Francesi. Swing and a miss for strike three. And Goldberg gets rung up on the hat trick with 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, honestly, he's just barely missing. He's all over most of these pitches, and if you were to have that camera in center field that is able to zoom in on the pitch and really see it, I mean, I guarantee he's missing by less than half an inch each time.
That is the 7th strikeout of the night for Colin Correjo. 2 away. This is hit back up to first. Harris has it. He will step on the bag, and Harrison will be out. That'll go 3-U on the putout of Harrison to end the Charger 6. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. And after 5.5, it's your Rouse Raiders 9, the Bernie champion Chargers 3. Due up in the 6th for the Raiders, Miller, Kaspar, and Salazar.
Tammy Hottie chiming in there, not on the chat this time, but she's getting a good kick out of our Gringo Espanol over here.
Uh-huh. See, I picked up my Spanish back in high school. I worked on a dairy farm there in the small town of Godley, Texas, about 30 miles southwest of Fort Worth. The Godley Wildcats was our school, but I worked on a dairy for several years, and I was the only American outside of the owner that worked there. Everybody else was Mexican.
Okay.
So I was kind of immersed in it.
No doubt. And you know, that's how you obviously pick up and learn, and you have to do it quickly.
So we had guys from San Miguel Allende, from San Luis Potosí, from Durango, Jimenez Durango, Chihuahua. They had guys from kind of all over the place down there.
And you're getting a lot of dialects, right? Because I mean, I've been at.
Landon Miller will come back to the plate as he faces Nate Mayo. And that pitch called a strike, but it was down and away.
Down and away, yes, sir. You would be accurate in that assessment. And
in fact, it was even out of the zip code of the home plate. The 0-1, that is in on the hands and fouled away for strike 2.
And that's the one that Landon loves right there, is that inside pitch. And unfortunately, just a little quick to offer at it and not able to make contact. Good contact, sorry. He made contact as a foul.
Caden Kaspar on deck. The 0-2 delivery. Wow, that was way more of a...
Looked great. Unfortunately, I think that's the makeup call for the first strike, possibly, much to the dismay of the Bernie Champion fans as they let the umpire know it.
They were wanting that punch-out call.
Oh, no doubt.
1-2 the count. Mayo toes in on the rubber. The 1-2 pitch. This is lifted to center, and Evan Cool.
They got a guy.
Gets underneath it.
They got a guy right there.
He makes the catch, and that will do it for Miller, as he's gone 0 for 4 on the night. That will bring up Caden Kaspar. And Kaspar is 1 for 3.
Yeah, definitely wanting to see the bat liven up here is Caden, and
he will take for a strike down the middle. Oscar Salazar on deck.
Osal Jr.
And Kaspar will hit this one to left. That'll be a base hit.
There it is. There it is. I mean, again, just take the pitch. Take what's given to you.
He's very good about seeing his pitches and knowing where he wants to go with it. And he's been consistent all year long in doing that.
That outside pitch, exactly. Yeah. And a lot of lefties see that pitch, and it's sometimes very difficult, but you shorten up the swing, you go with what's given to you, and
Salazar will take for a strike.
And Oscar extremely hot tonight with the bat.
Kaspar extends his lead, and
got in on the hands on that one.
Salazar will lift this one to left, and Ballin plays midway out to left.
He saw it immediately and broke to it and immediately called off.
Harrison was like, hey.
His left fielder's like,
let me do something, dude.
No, I got this. It's all me.
You went 100 feet out into the outfield. Stay in your plane, dude.
I had to go 25.
All right. Fly out to left for Oscar Salazar for out number 2, and that will bring up Colin Correjo. Coco Correjo. He's 1 for 3. And he will hit this one to the second baseman. Grable will make the throw to first, and that will do it for the Raiders. That'll go 4-3 on the putout of Correjo. They will get no runs on one hit. They leave one, and after 6 complete, it's 9-3 Rouse.
But that brings up the opportunity for Mr. Colin Coco Correjo to shut him down.
Due up for the Chargers in the 7th. Cortez, Ballin, and Cool. That'll be your 9, 1, and 2 hitters.
And if he is able to do so, that is back-to-back complete game. Very low hit games, and allowing only 2 runs in his last outing and 3 in this one up to this point. So
So far, he's only given up 7 hits. I say only.
Yeah,
Raiders have out-hit them 10-7.
And honestly, very, very few times have the Raiders been out-hit this year, but Palmview was able to do that. Unfortunately, they fell victim to the you can't defend against walks or hit batters.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Nick Cortez.
As they had multiple.
Jordan Ballin on deck. The 0-1 delivery. That misses low for ball 1.
And Xander still working it back there, trying to frame everything and bring it back into the strike zone.
1-1, swing and a miss on a breaking ball for strike 2.
Lost speed there.
I got to give a tip of the cap to the pitchers because this umpire has really squeezed the pitchers.
He has. Top to bottom has been a very, very shallow strike zone.
Fastball down and away for ball 2.
You're not seeing a lot of that, giving him the, again, you expect that, okay, I'm not going to get the high strike, but I'm going to get the low one. And he has not really been up to giving either top or bottom of the strike zone or expanding any of that.
Not sure what's going on. Oh, they're waiting for a baseball, I guess.
Yeah, Colin's like, I can't.
Rosenbach.
Rosenbach. I was like, okay, he's got a ball, but he's like, I need.
Okay, just need some rosin.
Need to powder up that hand there. Get a little sticky.
Rosin up the boat. 2-2 the
Let's
count.
all dance.
To Nick Cortez.
Alabama line right there.
Fastball catches him looking.
Sorry,
strike 3.
Had to jump in on your rosin up the bow. And let's all dance.
When you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow.
Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen to the morning light.
Louisiana Saturday night.
Yeah, baby. Showing our age.
Yeah, there you go.
Alabama. I still remember that, my folks.
Hey, one of my favorites, a Brad Paisley song, Old Alabama.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love that one.
There's so many of those that are going around bringing in old songs.
I love the video to that song. This is cut on and hit out towards left. Caden Kaspar underneath it, and that will do it for Jordan Ballin. And the Chargers down to their last out.
You got Scotty McCreary that does the darn straight. I'm going to try to keep it, PG here. And the crowd is on their feet as they know that we were 1 out away from putting game
1 under a belt. First pitch offering. That's fouled off for a strike.
And again, immediately these guys, these hitters, are not afraid to swing the bats as Evan Kuhl offers at the first pitch for a foul.
The 0-1, a slider misses outside for ball 1. Fastball low for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Kuhl. This is fouled and goes out of play down the left field side. And I'll tell you what, these champion hitters are, man, they can stroke that ball. Their foul balls are deep.
No doubt.
And out of play.
And on a great plane, too. They're not high foul balls.
Deuce is wild. That's hit back to Correjo, and he's going to outrun him to the bag. He'll step on it, and that'll be it. And your Rouse Raiders have taken game 1 of the regional final series and will head to San Antonio tomorrow for game 2, which they would hope to take. They're 1 step away from state at this point.
State, and it's state semifinals, and we've been there before. We've been there, done that, and several of these players have been there and done that, but I guarantee you there is only one thing on the minds of these Rouse players: make it to the state final.
Right.
They have talked about this. This is an absolutely stacked team offensively, defensively. They've got it top to bottom, and they have that one thing in mind.
Well, what you can't do is overlook this Bernie champion team.
Oh, no.
They lost game 1 to Corpus Christi Ray and came back and took the series. And they lost it in big fashion, 8-2 in game 1 of that series.
Yes.
And they have the ability to respond. The Raiders need to go in and play Raider baseball and do what they know to do and take game 2 and head to Round Rock.
And the biggest positive that I see in this team compared to last year, now granted, we have almost every single player returning from last year, with the exception of 2, and that's C5 at catcher and Colby Diaz. Right. And obviously Sam Walsh, who was our base runner
extraordinaire.
So with those 2 being gone, that is 2 major team leaders in Colby Diaz and C5. And you have now the next group that comes in. They're all trying to pick each other up. Right. They're all talking to each other. They're not getting down on one another. They're clicking at the best time as a team. They are absolutely clicking, and it's great to see. It really is. And we have Mr. E in the house.
Mr. E.
Come here, Easton.
Go say hi to Mommy. Say hi to Mommy.
Say hi to Mommy.
Let's see.
Can you say hi?
Say hi, Mama.
Hi, Mommy.
Awesome. Big Easton McGee here in the house, visiting and enjoying his time on the ball field. Getting a little shout out there from
Jonathan
Mr.
will
Dillman.
have the final numbers for you.
Yeah, again, just unbelievable.
Hey, Justin, appreciate
Justin, great game, buddy.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
final numbers here. The final score, Rouse does win 9-3 over the Bernie champion Chargers. Bernie does come in and bring 4 pitchers to the mound, none of them going more than 1 2/3 of an inning. Starting pitcher, Aiden Smith, going 1 2/3, allowing 6 hits, 6 earned, no walks, no strikeouts. That's why he was sort of bounced after that inning and 2/3. Combined, they go 6 innings, allowing 10 hits, 9 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks, along with 2 hit batters, which were from the starting pitcher, Aiden Smith. On the flip side, you have Colin Correjo towing the rubber for the entire game, going 7 innings, taking the win, allowing 7 hits, 1 earned run, 3 total runs, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk, no hit batters. So, again, extremely clean card on behalf of Colin Correjo. Champion with only 1 error, and Raiders did put up 2 errors. But, again, solid pitching on the part of Colin Correjo that just allowed them to jump to a lead and stay in that lead, as he absolutely will love that opportunity to pitch with the lead, as any pitcher will do, and he was not going to give them an opportunity to get back in this game.
An outstanding game by the Raiders. They took advantage of chances that were given to them and able to shut down Champion when they were taking advantage of Rouse miscues. And
exactly,
that's that senior leadership that he was able to exude on the mound and not get rattled by that and come back and shut them down. I mean, the last 3 innings, neither side gave up any runs.
No, not at all, not at all. And again, you could see what the numbers reflected. Okay, so they had 2 errors. They had 3 runs scored, but only 1 of those was an earned run.
Right.
On behalf of Colin Correjo. So, again, that just shows that he comes in and he is dominant as a pitcher and really did a great job of keeping everybody on their heels for the hitters. He showed them, okay, I'm gonna throw fastballs at you. I'm going to give you the 2-seam, the 4-seam. I'm going to give you something with movement. And then the next time you see me, you're not going to get those same fastballs. You're going to get a lot of breaking pitches, a lot of off-speed pitches, a lot of change-ups that get them to chase. And that is again, it's great. It's great to see that they have the ability to understand the game enough and get the coaching from Harris, who is the pitching coach, who's done it at the highest level, right? And they sort of drive off of that and feed off of his ability to walk these guys through that. So
awesome.
Great job. And on to Wolf Stadium.
Hey, Snoop letting us know he's going to shout us out on Fox tomorrow morning. Go Clinch, boys. Awesome.
There you go. And, again, we're on to Wolf Stadium, home of the San Antonio Missions minor league team. Beautiful stadium. I've never been there. I don't know if you have or not.
I haven't. I've only seen pictures.
I saw pictures, and it's a beautiful complex. It really is. And it looks like it's actually all natural. I don't think it's turf. Again, based on the pictures I saw, but it is home for the San Antonio Missions minor league team.
Right. So, that game will be on at 6:50 tomorrow. We're still having to work some of the details out of whether we'll have to be in the stands and or they'll give us a booth. I sent an email out, and I'm yet to get a response back from the stadium. Yet I'll probably give them a phone call tomorrow and check that out. But the plan is we're going to be on tomorrow at 6:50, just like we were tonight, and hopefully it'll be a fun game, and the Raiders will make that next step to get back into the state tournament for the second time in 3 years.
What I'm looking forward to, not to put down or say anything bad, because the picture that we have for our broadcast on YouTube is timeless. It's one for the ages, with Jake Alepa holding his helmet up after he hit his grand slam in that game was unbelievable. That
picture courtesy of the Austin American-Statesman at Hayes.
Yes. At
versus
Hayes,
Floresville.
Floresville, Game 2. Unbelievable picture. Justified in its time as the picture.
Right.
But, I want to see a dog pile picture. I want to see something come out of the potential next game here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, happy final here tonight from Tornado Field on the campus of Concordia University here in North Austin. 9-3, your Rouse Raiders take game 1 tomorrow in San Antonio at Wolf Stadium. And we'll be on. So, for Jonathan Kaspar, I'm Michael Francis. We want to thank you for tuning in and choosing to spend your evening with us and listening to Rouse Raider Baseball. Good night, everybody.
Good night.